Hello, my name is Carlos Urban, and today I want to show you how you can get some really nice results with relatively inexpensive gear. So today I want to talk about several things. One of the things that I want to show you is how this was set up. So basically for this shot, okay, what we did is, you see this over here, this is just, so I put a flash on a stand. We're using a power wizard, but it could be any radio trigger. This just happens to be the one that I used. I used it in manual because my camera is a newer camera, doesn't the TTL doesn't work with this pocket wizard. I talked about that in another video. So when you put it in manual, you have two choices. You can either use something like a light meter, okay? So here I was, so here is 100 of a second, 1.4, because I'm shooting with a 1.2 50 millimeter lens. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is this. This is a Tiffen variable neutral density filter. And it actually works really nice, because what happened was that it was really bright, and in order to get, you know, to be able to use my flash, off camera flash like this, and not have to go to high speed sync, I use a neutral density filter. And this one in particular is surprisingly good. At first I had done another video where the picture didn't come out as sharp as I wanted, and I realized that it just needed to be cleaned real well. So you know, I'll show you in a moment which one it is, so that you can, you know, if you're interested, you can get it. But so basically this was the original shot, okay? You can see here is the, and the reason why I'm showing this is because a lot of people spend a lot of money on things that are not necessary. This is, you know, I just wanted to make so a couple of things. So let me go one step at a time. So whenever you have harsh light, meaning very bright sun, you want to, again, balance the light. But here it's cloudy and it's not harsh anymore. So we want to soften the light. And in order to soften the light, you need to put what is called some sort of diffuser. Okay? Now, this not only diffuses the light from the flash, but it also becomes a bigger light source. And the nice thing about it is it's only like $10, and you can actually get it even for less. So it's not expensive at all. Now, this neutral density filter is not necessary if you shoot in high-speed sync. But the reason why I'm showing you this demonstration is because I used you know, regular pocket wizards, and I didn't do high-speed sync. So again, what I did is I just put my flash in manual. Okay, so it would trigger out of my camera, and these are the settings that I had. So this is, so you see what happens is when I put the neutral density filter, so this is how it works. You see, this would be 0. So if I put it, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops. 5 stops means that this would have been, let's see, 200, 400, 800, 1600. This would have been like 1/1600 of a second, or almost 2000 of a second at 1.2. Okay, even though it's still daylight, so even though it's cloudy, it still is very bright. So in order to lower you know, the exposure, then I use a neutral density filter. What is nice about this one is that it's really good quality. It's not the best, but it's really good quality. And you have all the stops from 1 through 10. So it's the equivalent of having almost 10 filters. So if you're interested in knowing which one it is, it's this one. Now this one is for 82 millimeters. It's a little bit more expensive when it's, but it's somewhere around 150 to 170 dollars. So look at this. Depending on the, so $119, 120. So it depends on which size. So you need to look at your lens and see what the size it is. So it goes from 100 to $174. Now the diffuser that I used, okay, so this is really funny because when I bought it, it was more than that, but you can get it like for $9, $13. So, you know, even used for like $6. So, and again, I'm just showing you, I'm not saying that you have to buy this one, I'm just showing you how inexpensive these diffusers can be. You know, again, you need something just to make the light softer, and also, you know, again, I needed a bigger light source. So that's really what I wanted to cover, and you know, the most important thing for me in photography, okay, is that you have full control of the results. Okay, so this one is edited. I basically, you know, I took the sky, made it a little brighter, and sorry, a little warmer. But again, nothing big. I didn't really do much editing because I really wanted to show it how it came out right out of the camera. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, again, here I'm just doing some test shots. And it's good to practice before you do a real shoot. That way you have full control of your gear. And something that I find very useful is that, you know, I don't want to bother anybody and just, you know, kind of use the myself. And if your camera has an app and you can use the app, so in my case, the Nikon has something called SnapBridge, and it's just a basic app that works with Wi-Fi and allows you to adjust, you know, the settings of the camera. But here I'm using it just to shoot. I'm doing all the adjustments. You know, a lot of the adjustments I do it beforehand. Here is just a minor adjustment if I want to do in the shutter speed or in the aperture. But I'm shooting as wide as possible because I want to get this blur background. Right? That's why you want. You know, this is it looks really nice. It makes the subject stand out when you have the. And here you can see, you know, I took several test shots, so this was a little bit too bright. Here I'm using the light meter, which you don't need to use it, but if you have it, you know, and I'm shooting on manual, you might as well use it. So this is, again, I don't want to make this video too long, so this video is mostly to show, you know, to talk about this very inexpensive diffuser, and for those who are thinking about a variable neutral density filter, oh, this one goes from 2 to 8. I thought it went from 2 to 10. Okay, that's fine. That's more than enough. So again, you have the equivalent of like 8 filters in one, and this one works really well. I'm really happy with it. And again, depending on which lens you have, it runs anywhere between 100 to 175. And I'm sure if you shop around, you can find it for less. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video.